Hello everyone. Today's target is that what is the indeterminate form, what is the Lhospital's theory, and where to apply Lhospital's theory, and details will apply today, and I'll explain you details on this. First of all, just remember one thing, under what condition we need to apply the Lhospital's theory. Okay, so first of all, limit, suppose there is a limit extend to a fx by gx. Okay, so if limit extend to a fx by gx is in the form of 0 by 0, understand properly, is in the form of 0 by 0, then by Taylor's theorem, Lhospital's, and somebody is telling Lhospital, okay, Lhospital's proved that if the function is, remember one thing, if the function is differentiable, remember, if the function is differentiable, then by Taylor's theorem we can say that limit extend to a fx by gx equal to limit extend to a f dash x by g dash x, and differentiation will be going on continuously until and unless the last limit exists finite or infinite. This is the statement, and if you need the Taylor's theorem, you tell me, I'll prove it once again. Okay, so everyone, today's target is a discussion on this indeterminate form and Lhospital's theory. But remember one thing, this Lhospital's theory is applicable. It means Taylor's theorem, by Taylor's theorem, limit extend to a fx by gx, whenever it is coming 0 by 0, it is possible. Whenever it is coming 0 by 0, we can prove the by Taylor's theorem, we can prove the Lhospital's theory. Okay, but the thing is that what is the indeterminate form? So there are another 6 portion, that is infinity minus infinity, 0 into infinity, okay, and infinity by infinity, and 1 to the power infinity, 0 to the power 0, infinity to the power 0. Another, these 6 forms are called the indeterminate form. Everyone, the question is, why these 6 forms, why not the another form? This is the question. The answer of this question is that, remember that this 0 by 0, it has only proof in Taylor's theorem. It means by Lhospital's theory, only 0 by 0 can be proved. So infinity by infinity, so it's one type of 0 by 0. Okay, and 0 into infinity, rest 5 forms, 0 into infinity, infinity minus infinity, 1 to the power infinity, 0 to the power 0, and infinity to the power 0. These 5 forms can be converted to the either 0 by 0 or infinity by infinity. That is why they are falling under Lhospital's theory. So one thing to be clear, everybody, make it clear, एक बात clear कर लो everybody, आप लोग एक बात clear कर लो. The thing is that, remember, if it is 0 by 0, then only it has the Lhospital's proof, okay, by Taylor's theorem. Okay, otherwise infinity by infinity is one type of 0 by 0, and rest 5 forms, if it is not in the form of 0 by 0 or in the form of infinity by infinity, we cannot apply that differentiation method. Remember this, and one more thing, the function to be differentiable function. Okay, so if I come to the point, this is limit x tend to 0 sin x by x. We know that this is 1, but if we put the value of x, this is coming 0 by 0. Okay, so generally in maximum cases, whenever we'll solve our school level preparation, this is in the form of 0 by 0 generally case. Okay, so this is 0 by 0, but remember one thing, under what condition we'll apply the Lhospital's rule. Remember, if it is in the form of 0 by 0, basically, or all other forms, either in the form of 0 by 0, you have to convert, otherwise in the form of infinity by infinity form. Okay, for example, I am showing you one sum. Suppose limit extend to 0, x minus sin x by x cube. So in this particular case, if I tell you, just it is in the form of 0 by 0, we can differentiate. Okay, if we can differentiate, limit extend to 0, so x, the differentiation of upper part x minus sin x, it is a differentiable function. Okay, so this is coming 1 minus cos x, our denominator is 3x square. Remember one thing, everybody, whenever we'll get the opportunity to apply the formula, there is nothing like this. So इसमें हम लोग का formula apply करने का, ये Lhospital apply करने का, differentiation apply करने का कोई जरूरत भी नहीं है. if we can get the opportunity to apply the formula. It means here we are saying that in this case 1 minus cos x by x square is half. Okay, so in this case we can say this is half into 1/3, that is 1/6. So this is the way. And one more thing I want to tell you, that is suppose if I come to the example, limit x tend to 0, what will say? 3 to the power x minus e to the power minus x by x. So how to do this? We can apply, just see this, if we put the value limit x tend to 0, x 0, 0 by 0, 4, we can apply by differentiation method. But why to apply differentiation? If it is by normal formula, what is the problem? Okay, so in this case we can write this as limit x tend to 0, e to the power x minus 1 minus e to the power minus x minus 1 divided by x. This is x, I am writing here minus x, so this is plus, this is 1 plus 1, answer is coming 2, because we know that e to the power x minus 1 by x equal to 1, limit x tend to 0. Okay, in this case I am taking minus x as t. If x is 0, so minus x is also 0, by this way. So in this case the sum like limit x tend to what will I say, limit x tend to infinity log x by mod x. Remember one thing to be clear, that in case of limit x tend to 0 or whatever, in case of calculus, if no base is given by default means naturally the base of the log should be e. We can write this as ln as well as we can write this as log. So what to do here? If x tend to infinity, is a very nice question. If x tend to infinity, log x tend to infinity, okay, and x tend to infinity, box x tend to infinity. So this is infinity by infinity form. One example of infinity by infinity form. How to solve this sum? So if you are by differentiation, no, by differentiation, so we cannot do, because box function is not differentiable. So how to solve this type of sums? So just normally if we think like this, that log x, as x is moving towards infinity, log x is moving towards infinity much slower than the box x. Why? Suppose if I take suppose if I take very big value, suppose x equal to suppose 10 to the power this type of values. If we put it in the log, so as we know that power is coming outside, the value is coming too much lesser, but for box the value is same. So we can say here the log x is moving towards infinity much slower than the box x, so log x by box x equal to 0. So this is coming to be 0. Okay, for example, this type of question, limit x tend to 0 sin x to the power cos x. So what is the form? Before starting any sum, first of all we have to see whether it is in the form. If it is in which form? So sin 0 0, cos 0 1, so 0 to the power 1, this is coming to be 0. Okay, but if the sum is limit x tend to pi by 2 sin x to the power tan x. Okay, what I want to tell you, whenever we'll solve the sum, any limit, first of all we'll see whether it is in which form. हम लोग को form चाहिए. It is in this form. See this, if we put x equal to pi by 2, sin pi by 2 1 and tan pi by 2 infinity, so it is in the form of 1 to the power infinity. It is in the form of 1 to the power infinity. So there is a lot of story with respect to the 1 to the power infinity. I'll just make one video on this. Okay, so just for today purpose, you understand one thing. So what to do here? It's 1 to the power infinity, so limit exists. Okay, so I'll take in this way. Suppose y equal to limit x tend to pi by 2 sin x to the power tan x. If I take the log on the both side, log y, log का मतलब I am taking ln on the both side with base e. ln का मतलब log with base e. So tan x log of sin x. So if you just understand one thing, in every step, if the condition of that 7 forms of indeterminate is not satisfied, so sum is stopped there. Okay, in this case, what is in the form? If x is pi by 2 tan 90 infinity, and sine, if x is pi by 2 sine pi by 2, that is what? Sine pi by 2 1, log 1 is 0. So 0 into infinity form. So it is in the form of 0 into infinity form, everyone. So this is in the form of 0 into infinity. So indeterminate form. Now, to apply the L'Hospital's theory, either we have to express in the form of 0 by 0 or in the form of infinity by infinity. In other form, it is not satisfied, because by Taylor theorem, you cannot prove this. Okay, so we can write this as limit x tend to pi by 2. So log of sine x by cot x. You see this, if we put pi by 2, sine pi by 2 1, log 1 is 0, and cot pi by 2 is 0. 0 by 0 form is satisfied. So there are a lot of ways to solve the sum. We can differentiate. Otherwise, we can write x minus pi by 2. Whenever we'll get opportunity to put the formula, so there is nothing like this. Okay, but remember one thing, for any entrance examination like IIT-JEE, you'll not get opportunity to apply the differentiation easily, because so easy question will be never coming. First of all, you have to apply the formulas or series, but on the series type will come later. Just let's make one revision or review. So limit x tend to pi by 2, log sin x का डेरिवेटिव क्या होगा? 1 by sin x is cos x. So cot x, and cot x का डेरिवेटिव minus cos x square x. If we calculate sin cos से break करो, so we are getting what? Sin x by cos x by sin x. ऐसा मतलब cos x, and ये क्या होगा? Sin x and x tend to pi by 2, this coming 0. So log y equal to 0. So y equal to e to the power 0 का मतलब 1. The answer of this limit is coming 1. What I want to tell you mainly today's target is that, remember one thing, for indeterminate form, continuously I'm telling the same thing, because you have to remember everybody, आपको ये सोचना चाहिए that if we can make it in the form of 0 by 0 or infinity by infinity, under that situation only we can differentiate, otherwise it is not possible. Okay, for example, one more sum, limit x tend to 0 plus x to the power x. So what I told you, first of all we have to check the limit. So it is in the form of 0 to the power 0. So 0 to the power 0 to indeterminate form. So there may be question in for lot of students. Last 20 years I am saying that students having a lot of question regarding the indeterminate form. Why these 7 forms? Why not another form? There are a lot of forms in mathematics with the both side form. So why not some another form? The simple answer of this question is that only this 0 by 0 has proof of the L'Hospital's, and infinity by infinity is one form of 0 by 0, and rest 5 forms can be converted to the, or will be converted to the 0 by 0 or infinity by infinity, and there is no other form, everyone, which we can convert to the 0 by 0 or infinity by infinity. That is the proper reason behind it. Therefore, if I take this y equal to this thing, x to the power x, if I take the log, so limit x tend to 0 plus x log x, तो हम लोग को फॉर्म चेक करना चाहिए. So if we put 0, so 0 into log 0, actually minus infinity, but limit is a calculus, and calculus are minus infinity. Having a similar thing does not exist, that is infinity we can take. So 0 into infinity is a indeterminate form. Now we need either 0 by 0 or infinity by infinity. Therefore we can write this as limit equal to limit x tend to 0 plus log x by 1 by x. So this is infinity by infinity. Now I can write this as limit x tend to 0 plus log x का derivative. Now you can differentiate log x का derivative 1 by x, and 1 by x का derivative minus 1 by x square. So that is coming minus x, that is coming 0. So log y equal to 0. So y equal to e to the power 0. ये होगा 1. Okay, everybody. Always you have to remember one thing. Whenever we'll see any sum, what we'll do? Whenever we'll see just one sum, what to do? First, we'll try to apply the formula. Second, if we cannot apply the formula, if we cannot solve the sum by the formula, then we'll see that form. Okay, that it is in which form? Then we'll try to convert in. If differentiation possibility is better, but I think for this type of entrance examination type of sums, differentiation is not. We cannot solve the sum so easily by the differentiation. So we have to apply the series. On series based question on limit, I have done in my video. Just series, use of series in limit, you must use. Okay, ready?